Hey, good morning, Brooklyn Al. And I'm going to a place I haven't been in a long time. And something new I'm seeing here. These red spots on trees. Shut up, birds. God damn it. Shut up! Look at them. I hope this don't mean they're gonna cut down these trees. You know? If that's what they signify, nah, I don't think so, 'cause there's a little small tree there. Well, anyway, it's there in the center, and that's a small tree. Why would they cut down something like that? That's not even more than a sapling. And there's red dots everywhere. I don't know what this means. You'll probably see things that you saw in the past. Now I'm going to try to hold this camera steady. Like this thing here. I know this was shown on a video. You know? And this is what the other researchers here told me, that that's all natural. Bullshit, I told them. No way is that natural. Anyway, let's go on. If it's too shaky, I'll stabilize it. But look at this thing. That's about 9 feet high. Where are you? This tree here. And it's broken up there, and it runs down to the ground. Okay. And look at this. This is what the horizontal trees that they break, and I believe its purpose is to have a deer run around it or something. You see that? Maybe I should make this lighter. Oh, shit. Anyway, right there, it's hanging on those smaller trees there. It's a tree ball. It's hanging there. Maybe I should go up closer to it to show you. Okay, now you can see it. It's a tree ball, and it's hanging in this mess over here. One tree is a fork, and it's going up into the fork of that tree there. And this thing, this is old. It's running across, and look at this. Look at this. Tell me someone didn't do this, alright? You know, I'll bet on it that this was done by someone or something. And when I say it's crazy, it is crazy. This is a tree down here, and this is the root. And look at the way it was broken, and the tree laid on top of that, so it would run horizontally that way. Okay? That's crazy. I mean, that didn't happen on its own. Someone broke that tree there, bent it down, and then placed this pretty big tree on top of it. Alright? You see what I'm saying? This is crazy stuff. You know, I just want to apologize about the video I put out yesterday. It was much longer than I expected, 40 minutes. I try to keep it in the 20s. But because I went back to redo that piece, I took a little bit longer to do it than, I expected. There's a spider web in front of me. Anyway, here. Let me get this out of the way. See this, all these branches in between laying against it? There's a bigger tree trunk laying against it. But there's those red dots. This was done recently. What they mean, I don't know. Like I said, I just hope they're not going to come in here and cut down these trees. Alright. Everywhere you look, they have red paint on trees. Right in front of me here. This tree, see the red dot? That tree over there, red dots. That tree over there, red dots. Oh boy. I really hope they're not going to cut this stuff down. Alright, let me rest my hand and I'll get back to you. Because things have changed since the last time I've been here. And it's been a while. As Stewie from South Park says, while. A while. Anybody watch South Park? Not South Park. Oh, jeez. Family Guy. That's Stewie. He's something else. I love that show. I watch it every night. 68-year-old man watching cartoons, but they're mostly made for adults, they're not children cartoons. And another thing I want to say, in the video I put out yesterday, at 3:08 you'll hear whistling, little whistles. And they're human whistles. It's not a bird. Believe me, it's not a bird. They were 3 human whistles after 3:08, starting at 3:08. Make your audio louder, and check it out. Alright, I'll get back. I just want to get out of this area. Okay, I recall this little structure, and it's not tree fall. They're all standing like a teepee. And this has been here for, God, I think I remember maybe last year or December. You see it? Yep, that's the same one. And this is another one. And it looks like it was torn down. It doesn't look the same. It was, see all this stuff laying on the ground? It was all woven in between. And that tree is still alive. The one there with the leaves growing out of it is still alive. You see, there's the leaves up there. And all this stuff was placed inside it. Someone tore it out. Could have been a hunter, I don't know. Look at this, going straight up from here. Hey! I just heard something. Hold on, I gotta shoot my gun. It's not really that far from me, maybe 40, 50 yards. But I can hear it moving. I'll get back. Let me fire a shell. Alright, I fired a shot. But you know, in these woods, it could be a small critter. You can't tell the noise when it makes noise. I'm thinking it was a bear, but I was showing, where is that tree? There it is. And look, going up, there's those two dots, they're on another tree. That's one tree. That's a Y tree or a fork. And there's one over there. I mean, they're everywhere. I hope they're not gonna cut this woods down over here. This was my first research area. This is where I heard the human whistles going up the ridge here. And one day I heard a knock, a tree knock, when I was getting out of the car. This is the place. Alright, let me go on. Here you go, here's the bones, but this is not the way I left them. I left them up further. You see? There's a jawbone, and that's part of a pelvis bone. I'm sorry, I wasn't concentrating on the camera. Two parts of the pelvis, and probably the thigh bones. This is the first time I found bones, was it right here, as if they sat on this big log. And had a snack. Alright, still here since last year. I don't see any animals chewing on them. I mean, I don't see any chew marks. I should have searched further to see if I could find more bones, but I didn't. I did, and found the jawbone, and that was it. And I found other bones, but I don't see them here. Damn it. I don't know. I think I came up in the winter and they were covered with leaves, and I had to uncover them. So there's my first find of bones. Look at this. I'm not saying it's an X, but it looks like an X. That's all I'm saying. It looks like an X. And it's laying between the root ball of this tree, and the other one's laying over there. And that's all I'm saying. Looks like an X. What's this? Sorry, I'm trying to... I noticed I was moving the camera around too much. Look at this. See, the dots are everywhere, everywhere. This big monster of a tree trunk that's been in this fork of a tree for a long time. And look at all this stuff here. Let me... Okay. All these branches, all piled in the same area. You see that? I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. But there's a piece of that trunk going that way. And a hell of a lot of branches all in one pile here. I don't think they came from above. You know, it was as if someone placed them there. What's going on down here? You know, I told you I found a couple of faces, Bigfoot looking at me from a distance. But I don't know how to get them on a video. I want to attach them to a video. And, I don't know. I pulled them off that video and I enlarged them, and you could see the friggin' guy's eyes and nose. You know, I mean, he's peeking at me. And the other one had his head turned to the side for some reason. And I'm going to try my best to get them on a video so you can see them. I never would have looked at that video unless it mysteriously popped up for some reason. And where it popped up is where I found those faces. Crazy, really. I mean, I can't understand it. Alright, let me go look somewhere else. Go up to the top of the ridge, the first ridge. Then you got the second and then the third. Okay, this is something to look at. It's there's a root there, and it's a small tree, and it was placed up into that old tree that broke from age, I guess. Placed right in there. And here's a couple of leaners up here. Oops, sorry about that. Look at this. There's what? 4 leaners in here. You see that? Going into the fork of that tree. Alright. Okay, now I'm just about at the top of the ridge where it goes kind of flat, maybe a 5-6 degree angle. And look, even this old tree that fell a long time ago, they put dots on. I don't understand it. But this is weird. this tree right here that was broken, twisted, and brought that way, the opposite way. You know? That's crazy. Look at this. That was an old pine tree. Oh, here's the trunk of it. Big trunk that came off of there. There it is right there. That black thing running up. Crazy. I mean, no, that's not crazy. That's natural. Alright. Being that I shot off a shell, I don't know if they might have ran because, you know, they hear gunfire. They ain't gonna stick around. Last year I called out to Brutus. I call him Brutus. Brutus Bigfoot. And I asked him to make a noise. And sure as hell I heard a tree branch. It's in one of my videos. A tree snap, I should say. A branch snap, excuse me. Oh boy, my mind is deteriorating. Slowly but surely. Look at all this in there. Where is it? Look at all them branches. Let me get closer. But I can't because there's stuff in front of me. You see that? And look at all those little black branches over there. You see? All piled up. Nice and neat. That's not done naturally. Believe me, that's not done naturally. Okay, let me get back to you. Brutus! You still up here? Make a noise, Brutus. I guess he's not gonna make a noise for me. Who the hell even knows if they understand English? I know they have their own language, but do they understand English? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Alright, if I had a little more energy in me, I'd go over these big pine tree logs or tree trunks and go up to the second ridge. But it's kind of warm. I'm starting to sweat because I wore a long sleeve sweatshirt. Alright, let's head back later. If anything, I'll get back.